Hey, welcome to Saturday Night D&D with D and Brig. We're an hour late, but we're here.
Oh my
Against
god,
all attempts of fate to keep it from happening.
we're here.
Wait, what did Fate do today? Never
Not
mind.
much, but
Let's not tempt Fate anymore.
nope. And where'd the DM go? Oh, I disappeared. Hooray.
I know I hadn't had a chance to plug it in yet. There you are.
Hi, chat. We love
So
you.
where the fuck were we? I don't remember what was happening.
I don't know if you're going to remember much at this
It's
point.
been
Nick,
87 years.
I haven't drunk that much.
We were mostly wandering around that new village with two of you, Apples
That's right.
and Will, were kind of not teaming up to go find the people who were supposedly slavers. We're assuming they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's in the ballpark. So
I think some of us were also going on a shopping trip.
Yep.
I remember that as well. So you guys had just finished the jobbing on an airship called the Thunder Scalper, which was moving unspecified cargo. No one had asked and was supposed to ask technically, from the port city that you guys had hopped into from Sigil through a portal, to the air city of Ampharos, which is another trade hub. It's run by a series of pashas that have their own districts. It's a really opulent city floating in the sky.
Be right
The
back.
ship had just arrived. The ship had just arrived. Right before arrival, there had been some shenanigans in the cargo area where one of the more haggard-looking crew members, who turned out to be a relatively new recruit, was trying to break into the cargo and muttering something about "gotta save him." And upon further later inspection, after kind of a quick quieting of the event, you guys managed to subdue the hired help that he had brought. And then, after shortly trying to make friends, and then they basically ate a cyanide pill and killed themselves. I don't know what that says about you guys, but
I'd rather kill myself than spend time with me too.
I forget. I think Blaskin, you crawled back in as a critter into the cargo boxes to inspect what was actually going on there,
Yes.
and discovered that there are in fact people in some kind of suspended animation structure.
Yes.
And there seemed to be a fair number of them. After which, all of that quieted down. Our friendly neighborhood druid wandered into a supply closet that didn't seem to be used and gave birth to some kind of bizarre black mold monstrosity, and then closed the door and walked away whistling.
I can't whistle.
You walked away with subtitles whistling, just like floating.
I have no lips. I cannot do this.
He played the audio file for whistling.
Whistling.mp3.
Yeah. MP3.
And then I think I'm missing some details about like different things people were getting up to, but I do remember it was Wavash and was it Gumbo that we're going to go shopping? Go check out like the different, items, spices, things of new market. Oh, Gumbo said coffee BRB. Wavash, I feel like you were on the shopping trip.
I was on the shopping trip for sure.
Do you know who you were going with?
I believe it was Blaskin and Gumbo. I think you were correct.
Okay. Will expressed interest in trying to follow one of the carts that were carrying the cargo boxes. And there was some kind of quick scurry up onto a roof, if I recall.
Yes, I think I'm just running across the roofs sneakily.
Right. Okay. I mean, that sounds like what you would do anyway, so I didn't want to put that idea in your head, but if you had said that and I did recall that correctly, then I think that's where you're at.
I think I had whispered it to you. So yeah,
Whoops.
I was being sneaky.
So at the same time, well, that works out great because Lucky, not knowing you were doing that, also sent Apples off to try and do some aerial reconnaissance on the route of this same cart, which is, you know, one of many that's being offloaded. They can only hold a couple of these boxes each. Catching us up there.
I'm back.
Oh, you missed the entire recap.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's all good. You'll never remember what. No, it's fine.
I'll have to watch the replay.
Oh, that's really loud.
Is that your music going on right now?
Yeah, that's the. It's coming through Discord, right?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I had to crank that down because it came through my headphones like serious. So that do we have everybody? Does Gumbo have coffee or are they still out?
I'm here-ish.
Okay. Let's see then who do I where's the so we know what the Owl, Will, Gumbo, Wavash, and Blaskin are up to. That leaves Flint and Lucky. So Lucky, I take it if you're piloting your drone around, are you just kind of finding some nonchalant corner to kind of chill and warg?
I don't think I can do that with him. Can I? Because I think it's only like a mile. I'm not my Tuesday character.
So with a familiar, actually, help me. You probably got the notes on your sheet better than I can dig up.
Shut up. It's been too. I'm used to playing a familiar with a warlock that has a pact to do that specifically. Let's see. I know I can see and hear. But I think it's only within a mile.
Okay.
I mean,
100
foot of me.
That far away from.
No, it's 100 foot. I can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, I can see through its eyes and hear until the start of my next turn, gain the benefit of special senses. So that's only within 100 foot.
But you can still like give it instruction, and it operates
correct. And I believe I
autonomously.
sent him to the guys that had unloaded the stuff, especially the one crate that was broken, to follow them.
Right.
And then report back.
Okay. And Will, you quickly scrambled up onto. So, just giving you guys a bit more context, because I know it was getting a bit busy on this end, right towards like when we were moving to the city. The space you guys landed in is one of like a series of like stone dry docks that sit below the main level of the city. So like the big 5-petaled flower structure, like think a pentagon with a petal on each side. That's like the main level of the city with all like the markets and buildings and palaces and things. And then underneath that, there's a smaller core that has all of the different entrances along the sides of kind of a larger pentagon that ships can come in and bring their cargo. And so from underneath there, it's a bit kind of like the Colosseum entrances from below. Like each dock has its own ramp up, and then like 5 or 6 meet together and have a larger causeway that takes you up into kind of the central market area. So anybody leaving up into the city would follow that same route, whether you were carrying gear or just going on your own. So following, you see several of those carts going that same way, which is also where Blaskin. Oh right, I was on Will, so sorry, I'm bouncing around. But Blaskin, Gumbo, and Wavash would have also kind of walked that way to just go check out the markets. I think you guys have been told something like, we're getting restocked. You guys have, a good handful of hours easily to just go meander and check stuff out. But Will, you kind of skipped up the ramp relatively quickly, kind of stealthily, and quickly scurried up onto a nearby rooftop. So you're probably the first to take in the whole space from above. But what you see is the central market area of the city is a large, again, pentagonal in shape, but while you see buildings around it that are structured in rings, the center is a bit more chaotic. There's a big central fountain area, and then there's clusters of different buildings and small alleyways between, and then large just market stall areas. There's all kinds of bustling movement throughout. Think like flea market on steroids. There's permanent shops that are set up like brick and mortar places, bakeries, taverns, counting houses, all kinds of stuff. And then outside of that, there's more structure to the city itself. So you've got different streets and rings, about 3 or 4 of them. And then you see 5 kind of big double column entrances to the outer 5 kind of petals of the flower that continue to have more series of buildings in them, but that you do see at the far point of each one a larger palatial estate. And each one has a bit of a different style to it. One is all, thin, spindly, minaret style, and then kind of a squat central structure. Another one is just super blocky, really thick walls. It doesn't look like it wants to be bothered. But they all have, the entrances have different primary color banners on them too. So you see purple, white, crimson, gold, and light blue. And there seems to be kind of that color echoed on the inside of each of those districts. And what else? Sorry, there was a lot more that I wanted to kind of deliver in context when we arrived. Just making sure I think you guys will get the rest of it as we go. So yeah, I apologize. I need to go AFK for just a sec.
No problem.
But start to, I don't know, think about what you guys are, for the shoppers, what are you out there looking for? I'm going to kind of balance it between things that I know about and asking if you guys want to paint a picture of what specifically you're looking for or what you find. Again, this is a kind of like walking into Sigil on a smaller scale. There's a lot of everything going through this place. And we'll start thinking about how you want to, actually, before I go, Will, give me a perception check real fast.
Ba-boom.
Okay. So since you hopped up on kind of the furthest out ring of the more structured, we'll call it the donut of the city. So you got the market in the center, the donut, and then the 5 districts. You are on they're mostly connected. It's thin row houses with some alleys between. You're up on a slate tile roof, and it's not a huge amount of variation in height, but you don't see anything in particular. The rooftops look pretty clear. You don't see anything that would immediately flag you as I shouldn't go that way, or there's that place looks super secure, and I need to make sure that nobody there sees me.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry guys, just need 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Beans.
So he said we can describe what we find. So I'm going to tell him that I found a ring on the ground that gives my enemies a -10 save DC against my spells.
Mhm.
I was there. I saw you pick it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all saw it.
Yep.
Lucky even used identify item on it for me and told me exactly what it did.
Yep.
It's canon now. We've all agreed.
Chat heard it. It's canon.
Hey guys, I found this strange bag just laying on this tiled roof, and every time I reach into it, I pull out a delicious apple.
You can't do that. That's my thing. I do that now. Or in the bag. I will not be replaced by a bag. I am now the apple
All right,
dispenser.
all right, you guys heard it. He offered to carry all of our shit for us.
What kind?
Apple related.
What a nice yeah. Hey guys, I can carry everything that you have as long as it's apple related.
I start shoving my apple trees into your bag.
Dude, a
dude,
bag
what
of
if-
holding that only holds Apple products?
What if I reach in and I pull out an
Imagine you just-
iPhone?
It only holds Apple products. You're like fighting an enemy, and you're like, let's humiliate him. You open it up, and it's like a minigun of apple pies.
I pull out an apple sword.
Is it called the apple slice? Is that the name of the sword?
Ooh, that's a good name.
I forgot that.
What's our over under on Brandon coming back and saying, "Sorry guys, I've got to go."
I've gotta go.
Ooh, I'll throw $5. You know, just to make it fun, I'll throw $5 on this.
I have faith in my man Brandino.
I'm gonna say he tripped down the stairs, broke his leg, has to go to the ER.
That's gonna be another. I got a personal phone call. The ex is being a bitch. I gotta go.
Now this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be work called because he's on call.
Anything else, Nick? You want to add more to that?
I mean, how specific do you want me to get?
I don't know, but
Sorry,
you were really
my ex
specific.
called work, and she bought the company, and she's now my boss.
Oh no!
Nightmare scenario.
All right, here's my scenario. One of their biggest clients just called in, and their entire system is crashed. They're calling everybody to right now to immediately get to work.
That was
on
the
it.
last one.
Yeah, but it could happen again.
I hope it's not FedEx's system. Our system was down last week, and it's so.
Ooh.
The worst part is that when our system is down, it means we can't even identify when there's a problem. So if somebody opens a case like their package was misdelivered to the wrong address, we can just like not know for 24 hours, and it's just too late at that point.
Ouch.
I got these egg tarts at Trader Joe's, and I've never had an egg tart before. These are actually amazing.
What's an egg tart?
Egg tart.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like a tart but with egg filling.
All right, let me be more clear. What is
Instead
a
of
tart?
a sweet tart, it's an egg tart.
I don't know what a tart is. It's like a
I am
imagine
a
a bowl.
tart.
Okay, Nick, imagine a bowl. Replace the bowl with
Okay.
flaky, yummy pastry.
Pie. You're eating a pie.
Yeah, kind of like pie.
No, that's
I'm
exactly
eating a
what
pie.
you're
It's an
describing.
English
I am
term
eating a pie.
for
It is a pie.
A mouthy young woman.
When you say egg filling, I'm imagining an egg yolk. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
you're
like
eating
yellow.
egg yolk. Oh,
It's like a
you mean-
custard.
So you mean you're eating a
As
quiche?
we all know, everything that's yellow is egg.
You're eating
I don't
a
know if I
quiche.
would. I guess it's not called that, but it is a quiche.
the way you described it with you just said filling, egg filling, and I was like, it's filled with raw egg? That's
Oh.
disgusting.
You know, I think that this is why we need to just nuke Britain, because they come up with, oh, I'm gonna have a cup of tea and an egg tart. It's a fucking quiche, you fucking
Yeah, and all their words
fascist.
for things
It's not
are
a quiche.
wrong.
It's sweet.
It's a quiche with sugar.
Like chips aren't chips; they're fries. Like just
Oh
call
my
them
God,
fries.
don't
you
even get me
Fish
prick.
and
started.
chips.
That shit is objectively incorrect. I was like, maybe blowing up Britain is too far, but yeah, calling like that is just wrong.
Yeah, no, we need to get
Cookies
rid
are
of
not
Britain.
biscuits.
Yeah, we're getting rid of Britain. Britain is Britain is Brexiting Earth.
The final Brexit. The Brexiting.
The final Brexit. So what we're gonna do? Let's all call up Scotland and we say, hey, Scotland, you guys really need to fucking take out England. You need to just fucking take them out, yo.
What are you going to give us? to help
Scottish
support it?
Revolution Part 2.
What are you
Uh,
gonna
we're
I'm
gonna-
pretty sure all
This
of
is
the
what we're gonna-
neighboring countries have beef, Britain, so they would.
Yeah, we're gonna send you actual cookies, not biscuits. We're gonna send you actual chips, not crisps, and fries, not chips. And we're gonna send you a fuck ton of quiche.
You know, I believe diapers.
and some egg.
Diapers are called
Yeah.
nappies.
I'm actually fine with that. I don't particularly care what you call it.
Nappies is like a nickname. That's like a soda
Aluminium.
nickname. Like, nope. Aluminium goes out the door. It's aluminum.
Knickers.
Nah, fuck that.
I like Knickers because it's funny.
Knickers is funny,
I'm
but
gonna get
still,
all
fuck
funner
that.
Knickers.
What did you just call me?
We already made that joke earlier today. I'm sorry, Bradley. About some guy in TF2 was saying some genuinely weird shit.
Oh yeah. In TF2, dude, we had a weird TF2 game.
That
Somebody
guy
started
literally
talking some
said-
mad shit.
That guy literally said, "It's okay for me to say it because all my white friends do." Nick and I were just like, "What?"
Yeah, somebody said something about how they hate white people because they themselves are white and they hate themselves.
TF2 chat today was a wild ride.
Yeah, it was. and then we lost to Count Dooku.
And Count Dooku beat our asses.
Oh my god, dude,
After I
we got
talked mad shit.
we got clapped so hard.
I talked mad shit saying how Count Dooku got beat by a kid. How's he gonna beat me? And then he fucking showed me how he was gonna do it. He's like, "Oh, how do I beat you like this?" And then he turned out to be a fucking professional soldier main.
What was the one? Not a can of beans or not a pile of beans or something like that.
Not a real cat.
Not a
Or
real
no,
cat.
a real cat. It was a real cat or something like that.
A real cat.
Something like that. There was also like Kid Finger was the other really good player.
Oh, that's right, Kid Finger. Oh, what a name!
TF2 chat is just a different beast.
It's a real treat. You were killed by a Kid Finger.
Brandon's back.
Hey, Brandon.
I'm
Wow.
sure Twitch chat. I'd love to hear about weird shit.
Yep. Oh, by the way, apparently we all found something really awesome, right? Right, guys? We all found really cool
Mhm,
shit.
mhm.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's not all game breaking.
I didn't
Brandon.
find anything though for myself personally because I was spending so much time identifying everybody else's shit.
Yeah. So
That
Brandon,
sound- now this sounds so much more believable.
you told us to describe how what we find and how we found it. So I just found a ring that made it so all my enemies have a -10 spell save DC against everything I do.
What my
You gave
ID
us a
said.
When I said paint a picture, I wasn't
He painted a
thinking,
very one. I think Scott deserves an A+ for that. He went above and beyond. You
Okay,
get
good.
extra credit.
Thank
you
you.
know that's worth extra credit, but you don't get the ring.
Can I
you get-
throw out my extra credit? Like burn it?
I also found somehow amazingly on this rooftop, this tiled rooftop, I found a bag of holding that every time I reach into it, I pull out a delicious apple.
I'd be suspicious of those apples, given how convenient that is in a city that you've never been to and somehow happen to be right next to you.
Shit, man, I've already eaten like 5.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make me some rolls.
All
I
right,
think the idea that-
Constitution check.
I like
Or
the
would it
idea
be a save?
No, those are death saves.
Okay.
I like the idea that it's mostly like a regular bag that holds apple related products, but it doesn't suspend time, so they're all just rotting.
Oh,
Just open the bag to the smell of rotting apple.
No, the smell wouldn't come out. You'd have to reach in and pull it out.
The smell?
No, the actual rotting apple. So you wouldn't know it was rotting until you pulled it out. And then not only do you get hit by the horrible stench, but also your hand is now covered in rotted apple.
Yeah.
now I'm I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but just as an exercise for the reader, think about how bags of holding could be used in some kind of fermentation process.
Oh my god.
Blaskin's berry blasters. It all comes around.
Okay, I still Wivash and Scott don't actually own your characters in Fantasy Grounds right now, just so you know. There you go.
I had not logged onto the server yet.
I'm there.
Yeah, I think they changed something recently where, like, when you first log in, you still have to pick a character, and if you haven't, you show up as an extra character.
I'm an extra in my own character game.
No, I think what
Yeah,
it
it's
is
weird.
showing you is that that's your character account logged in, and then you have to claim your character.
I know. I was making a joke, but everyone ruined it.
I don't think it was funny.
I think it was funny if I never made it.
I know.
Let's see.
Funny.
So, Flint, what were you up to? We've got the 3 going on a shopping trip. Actually, I don't know what Lucky's doing either, because he's just kind of sent the bird off, but he's not focusing on it.
Yeah, because once he gets out of my range, I won't. I mean, I will try to follow him. I mean, if it's something within 100 foot of me, cool. I know where it's at. I'll walk over and kind of look for myself. I figure it's out of my range, though.
I mean, he still hasn't gotten that far. Like, it's... Oh, no.
So
it's
I'll be
maybe
warned
100 feet
into him
if you
and
go all the way
follow
up into
him until the connection breaks.
Do you send him through? I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's large enough. There's all kinds of like air traffic as well as foot traffic going through there. So he could have followed right along, like flapping up through the causeway if he wanted to. That wouldn't look weird. Sorry, Flint, what were you?
I was gonna hang back on the ship while they unloaded it.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that one then. Let me roll a D3. Wow, that bounced so many places. 1, 2. Okay, so shopping crew. You guys make your way up through the cargo causeway and everything else, and come out into a very busy, bustling central market district. All the same descriptions I gave Will when he was looking at it from above. It's just a little more crowded from your perspective. So there's all manner of small shops, larger permanent shops. You see 5 different common colors throughout the space, showing up on necklaces and headbands and pennants in different stalls. What are you looking for first?
Well, you mentioned a bakery. I would like to go there.
Okay. Give me a quick investigation check.
Bakery investigation check.
Yep. Just seeing how lost you get or don't get. It's a bit more chaotic in this space. Not too bad. You pass through a couple different stalls that give the impression that they were baking something, but it's like they're frying spices instead, or one was actually, unfortunately, some kind of laundry setup where they were washing different garments. And then you do find it's the equivalent of a street, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a food truck. It's just like a Vardo cart that is piled up with recently baked goods. They have a couple different types of meat pies and some braided breads that are hanging from the side, kind of garlicky in nature.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna probably spend 3 gold here just on bread and stuff.
So, interestingly enough, you could get a ton of bread, but they also have 2 different pies that run 30 silver each. In case you're looking for higher end or unique stuff.
I will get one of each pie, and then one of those twisted breads.
Okay. I think to that whole stack, if you want to tip, you can just give them a gold, and you can take all of that.
Perfect.
They'll let you know the two specialty pies. One is Sky Whale, and the other is Hellhound.
Ooh.
They tell you to be a little bit careful with the Hellhound pie.
Why?
Actually, someone of your
Well, not everyone has the countenance for it. It's very, very healthy for you if you can, keep it down.
Oh, I see.
Or if you can handle your spices. But I already have your money, so go away.
Thank you very much. I'll meet back up with the others.
Okay. Fine. Actually, all three of you, do you want to give me a perception check real quick?
Who is all three?
The shopping trio. I assumed you guys were staying in a group, but then she just left on her own, so I'm also
Big
taking that into
guy.
account.
Big 7.
22.
Yeah, look at Mr. 22 over here.
Look at my plus
This
9.
guy.
Look at what you guys fucking rolled.
Okay, so doesn't really catch the eye of Gumbo or Wavash much, but Blaskin, you do notice that there's like of all the people bustling around in the market, there does seem to be a prevalent trend of a specific style of like ear piercing that seems to carry gems in the same color that you're seeing on all the different banners. Like different people running errands, or that seem to be in more of a quicker tasking, all seem to wear the same kind of, like, just on one ear, but it's a little bit flashy and ostentatious. It's like a high piercing that then bridges down to a low one and has something hanging on the end.
So maybe Blaskin would probably figure this out too, but this seems to me, this screams some sort of like company or guild affiliation.
Could be. But that you're the only one that really kind of first clocks that there's like a specific. It's like you see the colors in a lot of different things, and the stalls have them up. Some people are wearing like the very specific like garment, or not specific garments that have that solid color to them.
Yeah.
But not everyone has this earring in particular, but you see it on a fair number of people. Not a lot of folks in the stalls, like running the stalls themselves, have it. It seems to be more of like the shoppers and the people moving between.
Okay.
But you can do without it when you want. What are Wavash and Blaskin up to?
I'm gonna go to the nearest armory. Or
I guess I'll
sword
follow. I
armory
really have nowhere
shop.
to go. I have nowhere specific in mind.
Okay. We will smash cut from Blaskin following Wavash and Gumbo making way back to the group to Will. You give me you're trying to track. Give me a survival check to keep an eye on the cart that you're trying to follow.
Okay. Question: is this is considered an urban area for the purposes of
Yes.
my natural explorer, correct?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. You said survival?
Yep. All right, not bad. Initial DC was pretty low because you just followed them out of the gate, basically. So you guys you're standing above the exit of the causeway. The cart that you're trying to track, being carried by two Jinn on just like long, like one on either side of the long pole of the cart, and then I think like two full crates in the back. which based on Blaskin, did you give notes on the contents of the crates to everybody else? Or did you just say, yeah, it's people? Did we lose Scott?
Did Scott step away for a drink?
Might have.
Bathrooms.
Okay, I was just looking for BRB somewhere, and too many windows to track. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure he just said people. I don't know if he. What was your question?
I mean, we'll go with that. It was just going to be a matter of math. No worries. So you're tracking a cart. It's an open cart because it's just got two plain-looking, nailed together wooden crates on it. You got the two gin carrying it from the docks there. They are both wearing like a like their normal garb, but they've got like an additional specific headband that's the purple color. And doing a quick scan, you guys came in like 2 pedals away from the one that's got the big purple entrance on it. So I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you've already, like, you scanned the area and then you're putting that together. So, one, you have a general idea of where they might be going. But if you're tracking it directly, like if you had any plans to do anything on the way, they have just come out from the causeway. They're taking the immediate, like, outermost alleyway in the donut. So from where you're standing above them, they're going to be going counterclockwise over to the purple one.
Yeah. Then yeah, I'm just going to keep following them. Stay on them.
Okay. What was I gonna? I'm trying to reach for real dice here. 1 second. And did you say you were trying to be stealthy?
I am trying to be stealthy, yes.
Okay. If you're continuing to follow, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Let's see. And I believe I had cast. Did I cast something on there? No, I hadn't cast. I was just using my cloak. So.
Oh yeah, hold on. Remind me what your cloak effect is.
I think it just gives me advantage on stealth rolls.
It was something about people trying to perceive you, right?
Yeah, there's also, if they try to perceive me, I think, let me read it. There might be disadvantage. Wisdom perception checks made to see me have disadvantage. I have advantage on stealth.
Okay.
So here is my stealth check. Throw it in there. So I'm surprised.
Okay. You are fairly confident that you are kind of tiptoeing or slinking or slippering along like the various slate and terracotta rooftops. There's a bit of up and down, but you don't have to do any vertical scrambling as of yet.
Cool.
Are you just going to try and like shadow the target as well, keeping it in eyesight?
Yes, I want to shadow the target, and I just want to take note of all the people who interact with the target.
Okay. What was your? Okay, you were doing survival. Yeah, your survival roll is high enough. I would say. Also, I think your passive perception is not bad. So, actually, well, no stat shaming. As you're watching it for this leg of the trip, you can kind of see they're just heading down the main thoroughfare. There seem to be 2 kind of well-worn paths, so it's like everybody's moving on the right side of the rings, because you can see other carts of various goods coming the other direction. But people kind of give it a wide berth, like nobody wants to get in the way or get run over. So they'll wait for them to pass, then cross the street if they need to. But you are able to follow it. We'll say, just for the moment, like if you got 2 petals to go, you covered a third of the remaining distance. So far,
Okay.
they've just been on track in that outer ring.
Cool.
Lucky, you asked Apples to shadow the particular cart, and he is out of your range. So
Until I'd given him orders to basically follow it to its destination till it stops moving, like we gets put in a warehouse or something, and then report back on that location. So I don't know how long that will take.
Okay, fair. Just making sure that. Okay. Ooh. Okay, no worries there yet. Anything else you want to be doing while you're waiting for your bird to come back?
Once he gets out of range, I'll probably go look for bookstores
Okay.
and or the
you're-
food court.
Right on. Food court's going to be easy because it's most of the market. Depending on what you're looking to eat, there's all kinds
Yes.
of options. Bookstores. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, or I guess are you just going on instinct, or are you asking around?
Yeah, well, mostly it's I'm not in any kind of specific hurry or anything, so it's like moving from food vendor to food vendor and looking, is there what's nearby, shops are nearby, ask a question here or there, small talk with a vendor.
Okay.
Find out.
Give me let's see, what would this be? Man, I'm totally blanking on some stats. 1 second. Give me a quick. Doing this on the spur of the moment, trying to figure out what I want to use for this. I guess I'll lump it in. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation roll. Because that doesn't seem how you. Okay. So far, you've stopped through a couple different. There's a really interesting sausage place that's like, we make sausage for basically everything in the world.
Hell yes.
So they had. If you want, you can also mark down that you have Hellhound sausage.
Nice.
That does seem to be one of the proprietor there mentioned that Hellhound meat in this city is particularly popular. One, because it's kind of like it's a challenge food, like not everybody can handle it. And two, they're able to source it pretty easily because there is a nearby, they're kind of on the edge of the plane of fire towards this end of the plane. So it's easier to source that from trade coming in.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say they had a hellhound breeding mill. They had a puppy mill just for hellhound meat. And I was like, damn, that's good. I didn't know Brandon could go that dark.
You haven't been everywhere in the city.
This is now a Save the Dogs campaign.
There you go. That's how it goes off the rails that fast. The other popular one here is again the sky whale, but that one it's a very interesting. Like it's already been cooked, but it's like super light. So think like soft tofu, as far as consistency, that they've just like wrapped in a casing.
I'll be
but
walking away with my pockets bulging. You'll see like links hanging out of pockets.
Yeah, we can. I mean, if you want to, feel free to flavor some of the other ones. They basically, if it has meat on it, human was in there.
We'll probably pass on that one.
Okay, just if we're getting adventurous, just wanted to know. Because like for all of you, this is again a very metropolitan crowd. You do see regular, like there's patrols of like some djinn with air elemental like assistants that seem to be more of like official like guard patrol, as well as like you'll see a trio of like one djinn and two Aarakocra that are all wearing the same like armband, which doesn't match any of the 5 colors. It is pure gold.
I want to
Wait,
be.
nope, I said gold was one of the colors.
Do I see that as well throughout the area I'm at?
Yeah, so there's, I mean, it's not like there's a ton of like guard presence, but you just meandering through, they do stand out because like everyone else just seems to be more of a casual energy, and then these are very like regimented groups that are just kind of on regular patrol through the district.
During small talk, I'll be with vendors, various ones. I'll be trying to find out what these colors and things represent.
Okay. So just for context sake, the military units or the little conclaves of guards that you see, they're colored silver, more specifically to stand out from any of the initial colors. But what you do get, because you did get such a high investigation roll on that, and that's kind of why I asked, because you mentioned the fact that you were just getting some local chit chat. They explain that there's 5 different like houses that run the city, so it's a bit of an oligarchy, but the colors then correspond to the houses. So you've got the House Benatal deals in weapons, and that's where they made their riches. House Kaelin deals in spices, drugs, and gems. House Amin deals mostly in information, both like specifically, and then providing basically like escrow, like places where people can meet clandestinely, or well, not clandestinely, but they provide like silent rooms is one of their offers, as well as personage. House Fori deals in arms and artificing, and then House Katili deals in spellcraft and enchantments. And those 5 each have their own district, each have their own palace there. And there's a bit of infighting, but it's more of it's a merchant city. So since they've all kind of found their niches, it's more about controlling outside influence and then keeping the peace within, because it is such like a busy trade hub that they don't want anything to get too crazy, like somebody coming in trying to deal in something that completely upsets the balance of the market. And I can correlate the different house colors to the different houses. Amin is purple, Kaelin's white, Benatal's crimson, Katili's gold, and Fori is light blue.
I will make mental notes of all that.
Yep.
Also posted a picture of what Lucky looks like leaving the food area in Discord.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Is that? No. I thought that was a Benedict cucumber patch. But you do. I mean, with that information, if you were looking for libraries in particular, you now know that the house that deals mostly in enchanting and spellcraft, House Katili, is one of the gold color. So if you're looking for gold banners or that kind of detailing around the shops.
And do I find out if you said it, I was dumb-brained and missed it? Are there any feuding between the factions, and which ones are they?
That one. That's going to need a little bit more nuance. So you can either throw deception or persuasion to try and get that kind of information, and then you can tell me how you do that.
Oh, I will
But
use persuasion because I'm not trained in that, or deception. I'm not trying to lie to anybody. Just trying to find
Sure.
out info. So persuasion.
Okay. We're gonna say the sausage vendor is so much more loaded down with coin because of you that they don't like take offense to the question, just because they are wearing the which one? The Kalen, the white coloring. But they do kind of calm your nerves about that, or like you don't really have to worry about that. If there's anything going on between them, it's under table dealings. Outright warfare just doesn't work for this city. Like this city wouldn't work if we had, actual feuding going on.
Yeah, that's good. I just want to make sure that if I'm dealing with one and somebody sees me doing that they think, hey, you're on their side, and if shit breaks down or something. Or
No,
if I need to use that information later to cause trouble.
No, I don't think you have to worry about that. It's more about understanding, like, everyone has their own turf. And as long as you don't start trying to break into a new market that somebody else already like has their domain in, then everything's fine. Otherwise, there's like a tribunal of all the houses that meets, and they have to go through a whole like court process to talk about like what's your evidence and who did this and how do they need to be punished, etc. The balance of the market kind of rules all here.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll pause on you for that, because now you have your own body weight and sausage links. And we're
I'm a
coming back
halfling,
to...
so I can carry 3 times my body weight in sausage without being encumbered.
Fair enough.
The mountain of
I
sausage.
think we're gonna have to add like 2 AC and subtract 1 dex for you. If you...
I'm game.
Sausage armor.
Exactly. I got a hit. No, you didn't.
But then I also
bleeding.
can
No, that's
I
just
can
you.
rage if they do hit, but it's blocked by the AC because they've now damaged my sausage.
No.
Refer to this as a meat shield.
Ouch.
Literal.
That was good.
It is a meat shield. It is a shield made of actual meat.
I can't fight that one. I'm just gonna have to let it go.
You just made a meat shield.
Oh boy. So back to the shopping trip real quick. So Blaskin and Wavash, I believe you guys were on your way. Since Blaskin doesn't have anything specific he's looking for quite yet, Wavash, you're looking for an armorer?
Yes.
What specifically is your quest here?
Well, I was going to get some plate, but then I looked up how much plate runs, and I do not have that amount of money, so I'm looking for some splint armor.
Okay. There is... Yeah, go ahead and roll. So, Blaskin, or if you're with him, are you, like, helping to investigate... Are you helping to search, or kind of doing your own thing?
Can I... Does Blaskin even know what splint armor would look like? What role would that be?
Again, you don't have to know that much in detail about armor. I'm just asking more like, are you sticking with him, or did you have something that you wanted to like split off and try and do as well?
No, not really. I'll stick with him. He can
Okay,
have a-
so then I would say that you can give help here. You guys could either roll independently for investigation, or he can roll with advantage.
You can roll with advantage. Come on, fighter, investigate. Drop the 4. That's what matters.
+5 is helping too. Yeah, so you guys are both asking around like for effectively point me towards a good, armorer. And you are directed to many windows with notes open.
All right.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Stormy.
Oh no! Right when I'm looking in the notes. What's up, internet? Okay, you guys are directed to a blacksmith, kind of down. So, interestingly enough, it's outside of the central market district, but a couple people, like, you basically got this corroborated. You were asking different people at the same time. Pointed you to a blacksmith in one of the first rings of the donut, and they said, just look for the big light blue banner with like 3 hammers and a line on it. They'll be able to set you up. They've got some good gear. Just ask for Booth. So you make your way out to the alley, and you can hear the blacksmith tinging away from pretty far away by the time you get there.
Ah, that's a good sound.
You find the banner, push open the door, and you can see a gray-scaled dragonborn in the back, hammering away. And just bellows out when you guys walk in. "Be with you just a minute." Hands the hammer off to one of his assistants. Lifts some goggles up from kind of a soot-covered face and comes up to the front desk. Welcome to M4. How can I help you?
Looking for a booth.
Well, that's me. So you found me.
Ah, well, that's good. I'm in the market for some splint armor. Looking to upgrade my defenses here.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, the DM's got to look up how much that costs.
That's
Unless
why
you
it's
already
just,
did.
his name is DM.
Hey, dear, keep hammering, but tell me what it costs. Oh, sorry, guys. I was not quick enough on that one. Did you look it up, Ravash?
I did. 200 GP is the price listed in the book.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just making sure I was looking at the right table of stuff. Mm-hmm. Regular, straight up splint armor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got some of that. What you fighting?
Nothing, nothing particular as of the moment, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared.
Right, so, I ask because we do specialize here in, blows a smoke ring, some of the elemental resistances as well. If you got a little bit extra coin on you, you make it worth your while. If you're in the market, might as well, only be in the market once.
Fair enough. How much extra does that typically run?
Wow, he said in his mind, that's a huge gap.
Oh yeah, noticing the difference between splint and plate?
No. Sorry, a little above the table for the moment, but it's like the cost of blank resistance is basically from a certain number of hundreds to that certain number of thousands. It's like that whole range. Like, oh, well, I guess it's up to me. Yeah, so I can show you a couple options here. We got, and he kind of guides you around the corner of the front bar, and they've got a couple like basic wooden dummies set up holding some of these. Yeah, we got your regular right here. Just scrapes down the front of it. Perfect for your needs. Just run of the mill. We got this one that holds off the holy magics, that radiant It's a bit of a. If you're not much of a church-going person, sometimes that's great. And then, this is one of our more popular enhancements: the fire resistance. Yeah, some people this is their last stop before fire plane adventures. So yeah, we kind of put that on a lot. Come to think of it. And we don't have any currently in stock, but if you got a little bit of time, we can also do the opposite. We can put cold on there, and I think I got to hire some more people that know how to do that because that's all that Jimmy knows how to make. But
Damn it, Jimmy.
so you run to the mill splint, looking for 200. Let's be fair. Standard market. Your enchantments, well, I'm gonna need I'm pausing here because I'm like
Do what?
sorry, just taking an extra moment to think.
Calculating, running the numbers, crunching, typing it in.
Was that an abacus?
all of the
Calculating.
math is
Carry
just
the one.
flowing down in front of my eyes.
He's looking at a screen
How
like
about-
the Matrix going, how much is the split now?
Blonde, brunette, redhead. Could let one of them go for 7.
Well, let me tell you, it's a little bit out of my price range. Tragically.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hold on. I'm
Fire
gonna.
resistance might be good where we're going.
What would it? What kind of sleight of hand check would I need to like literally slip like? How much money does Wyvosh have?
I have 434 gold and like 233 PP. Why is it this PP? I'm gonna assume that's
Dude, that's
Rod?
platinum.
That's platinum. That's the one
Platinum
above
pieces.
gold.
where did I
You
get
fucking-
platinum?
You guys
I don't
got
have
paid
enough
in
money.
platinum.
Pulls out literal fortune.
I can't read these thousands.
This is monopoly money.
Platinum
Throws it on the
spills out
ground.
of my pockets, just like I don't even know what to do with these.
Some sort of
All the coins.
other culture's currency, clearly.
Did I say 7? I'm at 9.
Ah, shit.
No, you can.
All right, well, I guess I'm more rich than I thought. For some reason, I thought that was bronze. I was like, oh, I have no money.
No, you
No,
should
that
have
is-
copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
And platinum's worth 10 gold a piece.
The P stands for pennies.
Penny platinum.
Ah, penny
Penny.
pieces.
Platinum Penny sounds like the name of an indie band.
Mm.
All right, well, you know what?
Or a romance author.
Quick, can we back up? I like the idea that this conversation happened between Wyvosh and Blaskin, where he's like, "I have no money." Blaskin's like, "Are you serious? Are you being real with me right now?" Wyvosh, those are platinum coins. Oh, I thought these were nickels.
Not as shiny
was
as
gonna
the
use
gold.
these
I
to
didn't
do
think they
my
were worth
laundry.
anything.
Man, I feel like a real idiot.
Holy crap.
I just like the idea that this happened in real time between these characters. Even
Oh, wow.
kidding me.
Blask is like, if you excuse me for a minute, I need to talk to this guy real quick. Just pulls me around the corner.
We come back 30 seconds
God.
later. He's got the money.
He got the money. You know, we turned out the couch cushions. We found some. That fire splint really caught my eye. I think I might like to purchase your fire enchanted splint.
would love that. Now you sure Splint's the way you're going, right? We do other armor types too.
How much is a plate mail suit that he's trying to get with fire resistance?
Can't type on that. That's a laptop. Do they? Yep, they. Okay. Here, I'll shortcut some of the haggling for you. So if you want a, let's see, are you looking for a breastplate or plate?
I'm asking how much is a plate mail, a fire resistance plate mail.
Okay, hold on. That's half. If you just want full on, oh, there we go, heavy armor. Plate armor of, okay, what the hell is going on here? That doesn't make any sense. The costs in the actual armor table are like 50 to 100 GP. So I think there's something wrong there.
No, that sounds right.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll buy one for the whole party.
Everyone gets one.
That's the price listed for like a ton of stuff. So I think there's like a
Even
gap
the warlock.
in the Here, you know what? I am just gonna. I don't know why Fantasy Grounds is showing what it is for those. I'll just do because I mean it's here. PNG. No, it should be in the PHB, right? Just straight plate mail. Because then I can do a multiplier on that. So show me straight plate mail
is
1500. So their markup from regular to resistance enchanted was 5 halves, right? Yeah. So 5 times 750, you'd be like 3750. So you don't have that.
No, I do. I actually do not have that amount of money.
Even if I gave you that, if I have enough, we would be giga broke.
We would be busting all of our money on one suit of armor.
Yeah, sorry, dude, I can't give you that much.
But if you didn't want to go full plate, like if you want to go half plate, that's going to. I just need the standard half plate. Thank you. So 750 half that is 320. No, 375 times 5 is 15. That'd be pretty close to your platinum coins if you want to get half plate with resistance. Or you can just do a splint. Yeah, go with splint for now. Build up.
I mean, half plate and splint would end up being the same amount of AC total anyhow for me. So we'll just go with the splint.
So what's the I don't know off the top of my head. I won't even get into it. That's fine. We're getting enough into the weeds. Okay, so you're going. He has the floor models are built to scale for him, so it actually fits pretty well on you.
So it works out.
So let me find. You needed. Oh, sorry, that's still on the plate stuff. Infused splint armor of fire resistance. Where did I see that? Oh, no. That's why. Infused is way cheaper for some reason, but you want this one, right? Splint armor of fire resistance. That's all we're talking about. Heavy armor. Gives you resistance to fire damage. Yep. Okay. So that'll be, we'll go 700 GP for now. So you can convert your platinum to gold in your inventory. I'm not going to bother with like coin carry weight unless you wanted to melt down platinum into a platinum thing. But then in your inventory, I can drop.
So one platinum is 10 gold, right?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna take 70 platinum out of here, and we'll.
Fair enough. And there is now a splint armor of fire resistance in your bag. Now, keep in mind, it's carried, not worn. So you're going to need to toggle that over to worn to get the benefits. And I think, let's see, does that show in your effects automatically, or do we just need to cast that on you? It does not automatically put fire resistance on you, so I can code that up on your character sheet, but if we get into combat, just keep in mind we should put like a fire resistance effect on you.
You know, if I'm gonna burn to death, I'll remember.
Okay, fair enough. Right on. Blaskin, anything catch your eye? Aside from all the platinum spilling out of Wash's pockets.
Oh my god, my platinum! Unless they have anything to help a spellcaster out.
Not in here, unfortunately.
Okay. Nope, I'm good.
Right.
Nothing I do is gonna help me when I wild shape anyway. Or no armor.
Is this only armor, or do they have weapons too? I don't want to. I don't want to take too long. I'm just looking for maybe
he's just an armorer.
Okay.
If you ask him, he'll point to the tabard outside and kind of give you a lighter version of some of the information that Lucky got. That the house that he is sworn to here specifically deals in armor and artificing. So them making weapons would be a big taboo, and you'd need to go find somebody from Benetal.
Copyright, we understand.
All right, but like I said, I don't want to I don't want to waste everyone's time being and then
right.
goes and buys an X.
Shopping episode. Okay, so we'll smash cut there for a second. Go back over to Will running along the rooftops. Which means I need to disadvantage.
Let me in, coach.
Nope. All right, you are continuing. There's, as you've been moving along, there are a couple different tapestry lines that have been strung across the alley, and they're just various decorative flags hanging down, but it is creating a bit of a view obstruction as you're trying to follow this cart moving through. So go ahead and give me another survival check for keeping up with the cart and making sure that you're also keeping your footing on the roof and a couple other factors.
So is the cart dashing along?
I mean,
because he would then be keeping up with the cart Dashian.
Oh my god!
Boo! Boo!
I was so with you for the first half.
I'm gonna go drink another. I'm gonna go pour myself another finger of whiskey because that was bad.
Oh lord!
Was Nick bad?
Get off the stage.
That's true. That is true.
Wow.
Hey, Wivosh.
What?
Why do paladins really like to wear chainmail?
I don't know why.
Because it's holy armor.
You didn't even get a boo. It's worse.
He's gone. You did this.
Oh my god. Okay.
I cannot be stopped. I will be a menace for the rest of the night and most of tomorrow.
Like normal.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. Your survival check.
Dropped it in the tower.
Yep. So you're keeping an eye on the cart, and you're kind of looking back and forth, getting because you're also trying to move stealthily. So when I say keeping up with the cart, it's not racing through. but you're also not moving super fast because you're being stealthy and all that fun stuff. You fail to notice a chimney right in your path, so you just do like an abrupt right in front of it, and you take a moment and regain your composure and look around and make sure that nobody saw. You're pretty sure nobody saw.
The whole party is there.
They're all just sitting down below.
I'm gonna insight check the DM to see if I actually believe that nobody saw. Yep. No,
Yeah,
I believe
he's
the
believable.
DM. Yep.
Unfortunately, as you then like scoot around the edge of that chimney and continue moving along the rooftop ledge, you no longer see the cart itself.
I'm gonna make an attempt to guess based on the direction of travel that they've been going in. I'm gonna attempt to make a guess as to which way they're going and attempt to catch up to them again.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Based on the wind speed in this city.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, let's see. I guess would there be a skill? So we were going counterclockwise, right? On the outer alley.
Yeah. What's Will's thought process, and then we'll assign that to a skill. So I'm asking more like in character. What would your next step be?
All right. So my next step would be I'm going to go to the spot where the last spot that I saw it, and I'm going to look at the possible directions it could have gone, and I'm going to pick one of those directions.
Okay, so you race up to kind of the equivalent of where you last saw it on the ground, where you are on the rooftop line. Give me a quick. Actually, no. Is your passive good enough? Probably. No. Give me a quick perception check.
Okay. Yeah, it's only a 15.
We're doing a wider scan of the area, just taking in additional context. It's exactly a 15.
Whatever.
All right. Fair enough. You know what? I set that as the DC, but I just wanted to see if you could do better. So you do notice that about maybe 30 feet in front of you, the roof actually cuts off. There's an alleyway in the ring that you're currently moving through. So you get the sense that's probably the best vantage point to take in some additional factors of what's happening around, like the possible movement paths.
I will do so swiftly.
Okay, so you move up to the endpoint, and you look down, and you see a couple things. One, you notice that you just catch what seems to be the tail end of the cart. Kind of, it had gone down this break in the ring and is now going down kind of like an outer access alley that has the rings have widened just a little bit at this point, and so they're kind of going down the back street. And the other thing that you notice is someone who looks one of the locals looks just a bit frustrated, stomping and harumphing, and then pointing up at you, and they happen to be talking to a trio of city guards. And you catch the word, or you catch the phrase, incredibly rude.
Accurate.
Now, the person pointing at me, are the city guards looking at me yet, or is it just him?
What you see down below is
like, am I catching him literally as he's trying to inform them?
Yo, he's snitching.
Yes.
I have an ability called Nature's Veil. I draw on the powers of nature, the nature of the urban wherever I am. to hide myself from view briefly. As a bonus action, I can become magically invisible until the start of my next turn. So it's a very brief invisibility.
Okay, give me a. You know what?
But if possible, I'd like to do it and immediately hoof it to a position where when I become uninvisible, they won't see me reappear.
Okay. So you're making this as a reaction to what you are taking in down below. So I need you to give me a quick initiative roll.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know if a 13 is going to do it. I don't know if a 13 is going to do it, boys.
I didn't see the roll, but I heard Nick go, ooh.
No, they beat you with a natural 16. So it's the people he's complaining to, by the way, are one of those guard trios that's a Jinn and 2 Aarakocra. And one of the Aarakocra has conned you just as you go invisible. But you are invisible, so I'm going to give you, like, now, basically a round's worth of action to what's your plan up here on top of the pretty scant, it's just basically clear rooftops.
Yeah, I'm going to. I saw. Okay, so let me just be clear. They went through a new alley that's actually through the wall. They're going further into the city, or they're now exiting the city.
So the
cart.
They're still in the city. Like, you can't leave the city.
Right. Okay.
It's you just fall off the side.
Are they like still in an alleyway, or did they like go into a tunnel?
Yes. So what they basically did was it's not like a perfect circle, and in this section of the donut that you were tracking them through, they went through a little access between one of the rings, and there seems to be like it's up against like the outer wall.
Okay.
And so this is more of like an easement, like a, I don't know, like the cargo elevator version of an alley.
Okay.
Like, there's no business going on back there. It's just, people's driveways and the back doors. But it's still, so you do know that it's still following the same arc that you were initially.
Okay, so here's what I would like to do. So I've got a round of movement. I'm gonna drop off the roofs down into the alley behind the cart, and as soon as I land in the alley, hopefully out of their view, I am going to then cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay,
and I'm going to continue to follow the cart through the alley, now on foot instead of the rooftops.
How long does your invisibility last?
Well, it's until my next act or until my next turn. So if I take a dash action,
you are also. I want you to keep this in mind. You spider walked up. You're
Right.
on top of fairly thin, tall row houses, so you've got probably a 20-foot drop to the ground.
yeah, but if I spider walk down, if I dash, then that's
okay.
60 feet.
Okay. So you got move and dash. Yep, you're able to now.
I'm gonna basically drop into the alley out of their view.
Got it. You disappear. They're in the little access road between the two rings. They spot you there.
Wait, they're in
what?
the same access road where the cart is?
Yes. So you walked up to the edge.
I
like you
thought they were
let's
somewhere else. Okay.
No, let's say you were on the spine of this ring, and you walked right up to the topmost point, because that would give you the best vantage point to see, okay, I can see down the inner ring, I can see down, this outer ring, and I can see this alleyway in the middle.
Got it. So they're actually in the cart, just passed them. They're in the
So-
alleyway, and they saw me because I
You were following on the inner ring, going counterclockwise.
inner ring.
You got spotted looking at that kind of connector.
Okay.
And then you saw the cart just rounding the corner, continuing in the outer ring. And then the people that spotted you were right there in that little, like, ladder rung.
You don't happen to have a map, do you? Because you're saying inner ring, outer ring, and that's now throwing me off.
Yeah, this is getting complicated.
Is there a way I can just do like a quick doodle?
Yeah, just do a quick doodle. Like pull up just a bullshit
go
map.
to
Just pull up
the
a
party
bullshit
sheet,
map. And yeah. Oh yeah, party sheet.
and then, well, I'm not sure now. It used to have that where you put the group in there, you could draw on there.
Just pull up the last map that you have.
But
Drop me on it
now because it's a grid thing.
Yeah. What was the last? Weren't we on that map? Hang on. Are we already on a map? Are we still on that? Yeah, we're still on the map. I just clicked on my dude. We're still on the map where we were fighting those drow in the hold. Just like draw it off to the side.
Oh, here we go. I've actually got a map that is nothing but a blank like stone.
There you go.
That's even better.
Let me go to drawing. Oh, I should share this, right? Where's the share button? Add painting layer. Now, come on. Where's identified? Not. There we go.
Okay, I see it.
So I'm going to call this the inner ring.
Okay.
So you've been following the cart going this way.
Okay.
You've been up on the rooftops. No, stop drawing a line. How do I? Oh my god. It's like drawing a forever connected line somehow. Okay. You've been following this way.
Right. So this is the wall.
I don't know what
You're
you're
saying.
drawing.
This is. No, I'm not drawing. I'm just.
I can't see your mouse, so just so you know. That's the road.
That's the road. Okay.
So
there's route. Okay, so there's buildings. Yeah. There's buildings. I've been running across the rooftops. Got it.
If that's the road, this is the little connecting alleyway, and then this is like the outer ring that is now accessible. And so the cart did.
That's another road.
And then this, yes. And then the guys that spotted you were right here, and you're up on top of the roof.
Oh, I just fucking ignore them. I just jump across the alley, and I hoof it. I hoof it to the next. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump across the alley.
Okay, can you make a 10-foot gap?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
I assume I can. 10-foot. Yeah, 10-foot gap. Athletics check.
Is that standard? What's the standard jump ability for movement?
You can jump up to your strength modifier with no questions asked.
Up to your modifier or your strength stat?
Your strength stat.
Here you go. Hang on.
Okay.
I've used this before, and we used it Friday. There you go. It's in Discord. It's a jump calc.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's your standard long jump.
Yep.
So wait, do you even go invisible? Because they did notice you before your reaction time.
I will go invisible, and then I will jump so that they don't necessarily see me make the jump, and they might think that I'm still on that roof.
Okay.
So this is what I would like to do. I'm going to use arrows. I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna find the next alley, wherever that would be, drop down into it, and then cast Pass Without Trace, and then I will stay off the rooftops, and I will now follow on the road, and I'll just stay behind the cart.
Okay, so the next alley, if you're talking about the little, like the same kind of thing you just jumped over, is like a good 60 to 80 feet in the continuation of the arc. The nearest street level place you can go is either off to the right and follow these guys or back into the ring you were on.
I guess I'll take the option on the right.
Okay. So you can do that with, if you're moving and dashing, I'm just saying you have enough to get down to ground level. You don't have to take any kind of fall damage or anything like that. So you move, dash, you have one more action, and then I think your invisibility is going to fall, right?
Correct. Well, if I shouldn't have another action because I dashed. Unless you're saying I have
sorry.
enough movement base.
No, well, okay. If you do, you have any bonus economy to do anything else?
Well, if I don't have to use my action to dash, I'll then use the action to cast Pass Without a Trace before the
No,
invisibility.
you do need
drops.
to. You're not a rogue, so you do need to use your action to dash.
Okay, then yeah, I will dash.
And then was the reaction? Was that like what does that cost? Is that just reaction or was that a bonus? To go invisible.
Yeah, so let me pull that up real quick. There it is, Nature's Veil. As a bonus action.
Okay, so then you used everything.
Yep, so I've used everything. So my turn will end. They'll get their turn to try and figure out what the fuck's going on. And then when it gets back to my turn, I will cast Pass Without a Trace and continue as normal.
Okay. You come down right behind the cart. Because it had just made that corner when you saw everything and then immediately reacted and leapt across the gap.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't land on the cart, thankfully. I'm just gonna use your athletics for that one for as far as like quick timing. But you come back in at the end of that quick round, you come back into visibility, thankfully outside the view of the two guys pulling the cart and with your back against the wall, and a bit of you do then hear like the Aarakocra that spotted you quickly, like the beat of wings as they go straight up to where they just saw you. And sorry guys, I need one more AFK, but let's pause it right there, and then I will, when I'm back after a couple minutes, we'll continue with these shenanigans.
I'm going to take the dogs out while we're doing that. Be right back.
Cool. Just got the Mission Impossible music playing in my head.
So I missed the first bit. I just got the bit where you were doing parkour and running from police. What were you doing?
So I'm following one of the carts with the boxes that apparently have people in them.
Ah.
I'm following it to see where it goes, and I've been running across rooftops, but apparently I failed my my survival check, and I ended up hitting, I guess I hit a chimney. I basically tripped into a chimney, and then I temporarily lost the cart. So in my scramble to then locate where the cart went, I peeked into an alley directly over this dude that looked up, saw me, and immediately notified two nearby town guards, like, hey, there's somebody up on that roof. So I am attempting to hide again. I basically, this is like when you play Assassin's Creed and you're running around on rooftops and nobody ever looks up because they're big dum-dums. But for some reason, one of the NPCs decides, hey, that looks suspicious, and a question mark appeared above their head. Or actually, I guess it'd be an exclamation point. I wonder if this means I should take a level or two in Rogue.
Perhaps.
Sneaky. I'm sneaky, but I could be sneakier.
The bonus action to dash is very nice.
I already burned my bonus action anyways, but... The Nature's Veil ability is cool, because, let me pull it up again real quick. So the way that it reads, actually I can click this. So this replaces original. So I have another ability called Hide in Plain Sight. Problem with that one is I can't move. I basically spend a minute to camouflage myself, and then I can't actually move once I'm done. So that's good for like hiding, but not actually really much else. This one's cool because it basically replaces all that. Instead of having to take a minute, it happens instantly by making me invisible. The problem is that it then immediately goes away. Bradley.
He's
Oh,
doing his
never mind.
dogs.
Do what?
He's messing around with he's messing around with this picture. I was about to tell him, hey, I think something's wrong with Lucky's picture, but then I noticed
Yeah,
he was
I'm trying
working
to
on
fix
it.
something.
But the cool thing is I can do this as many times as my proficiency bonus, which is 4. So I can do this 4 times. Which isn't honestly that much time, but it's a pretty good amount of time.
Hey, Blaskin.
Yeah.
You want to see how many adjectives I can come up with to describe how this hellhound pie tastes?
You got hellhound pie?
Yes. They have to be adjectives that don't have
hellhound
to do with
sausage.
taste, though, because I won't know what they mean.
Oh, I haven't tried it yet.
Hellhound sausage should be the best.
How do you
Here.
describe taste
Where
to a
did you get
creature
your
with no
pie?
taste?
There's this nice little bakery on the way.
Oh, is it
If you give me
over-
a slice of yours, I'll give you a slice of mine.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's do it. I love
I
pie.
was warned. I don't know if you were warned, but I was warned. This is not for the faint of heart.
That's what they were saying about mine, too. They said they get a good supply of it, though.
Yeah, they seemed pretty popular.
Yeah, they've got lots of extra. Oh, I got some other sausage, too. They had human, but I passed on that one.
That's for the best.
Okay, AFK again.
Okay, I'm gonna eat a slice of this pie, and I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw. Oh yeah, the flavors,
Is it good pie?
umami,
I'm in your pie? I'm not sure
my
that's
pie, the meat pie.
great.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I like the idea of you guys kind of were talking about what I was trying to say about it. Like, really, you're gonna describe using adjectives to Blaskin as to how something tastes? A creature with no sense of flavor.
Yeah, you know words.
No, go ahead. Say sweet. It tastes sweet, Blaskin. Oh, what's that?
You think I'm basic? No, this pie is dangerous. This pie is
It tastes like
uh,
danger.
it's
God damn it.
it's gloppy.
You're not selling.
I'm sorry,
the pie.
what?
In a good way.
What did you just say?
Everybody wants some gloppy ass pie.
Little gloppy, little lumpy.
Man, I want my pie to be gloppy.
Kind of like an
Is this why your restaurant's
atypical.
failed?
It's
Gumbo,
gloppy.
is
Is
this why your
pie.
restaurant's failed? Because you
My
weren't
restaurant was
successful.
my restaurant was amazing. Okay.
But did you sell the food well?
Is
I didn't sell the
gloppy
food.
kind of a like an oatmeal consistency?
Yeah, I describe it as oatmeal. It's got like some other stuff in there. It's satisfying, for sure. It's very spicy.
She's lying.
I'm still waiting on the
They said
other
it was
adjectives.
nutritious. They said it was nutritious, like it's good for you.
X.
What do you mean eggs?
X to doubt.
They said if you no, what they told me, if you can keep it down, it's good for you.
Sorry, I'm back.
I'm smashing the X button.
What does the X button do on Blaskin?
We're trying to describe what hellhound pie tastes like to Blaskin.
Did you eat it?
Yes,
Okay, give me a con save.
I did already.
I'm gonna have to do so too because we were swapping pie and sausage to taste the difference between that and the hellhound.
I rolled a 22 con.
Okay, I think you're good. Let me double check my notes here.
Double
Hang-
check.
Hang on, because she may not have rolled that high on her con save.
What? Don't do this to me. What? Don't do
You
this to me.
you
man.
don't know what the threshold is.
No, Bradley's saying he might divine her.
I'm saying that I have a 1 in my pocket.
And the other one's holding up a peace sign.
Hey, Bradley,
Oh,
I think
well,
it'd be
okay,
it'd be funnier if you just said that it failed.
Hang on, you
so
said a
far
con
she's
save?
passed. Yes.
Okay, because if I fail, then she's failing with me.
Oh
Do
no.
not ruin this pie experience for me.
Yeah, Lucky, you failed.
So does she, because she gets a 1 on her con
Nope,
save.
I'm gonna reroll that then.
You can't.
What do you mean I can't?
You can't reroll portent dice?
Because I'm changing her roll. How can you re-roll it?
I can use
Because you changed it to a 1, so if her roll is a 1, she can reroll 1s.
Okay.
I have Dark One's Own Luck. I could
God,
roll
please,
again.
Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
Yeah, okay. I'm activating this. A little better than
Oh my
yours.
God. Okay, you just passed. So
You
the DC is
bastard.
14.
Let's
The
go.
DC is 14. So, Gumbo, you get 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And I get shits. I get flaming
You
hot
you
shits.
take 2d6 fire damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got flaming hot shits.
Uh-huh.
It's already coming out. A little warm. I'll be right back.
Oh no. Oh,
Guess he just didn't have the constitution for it. We were warned.
that also you could find out if you poked back around various just tables in the food halls out there. There isn't a very everyone cooks food a little differently, so
Got great flavor though.
it does, definitely does. Is the ping on the map where Lucky ran off to? Oh, he's not on the map anymore. Okay. What was the other thing I was trying to... Give me 1 second. I was trying to dig something up and then had to step out.
I want to give a slice to Wywash too.
Was Whitewash there when Lucky ran out of the ran out of the room?
I assume if I'm talking to Blaskin, I'm talking to you too.
Oh, so you haven't... you met up with Lucky in the food area. I think you're still on your way to try to meet back up. Because I don't think you know where they were directed.
Okay, we were just shitting out
Dude.
around where you were gone. I figured I'd met up with them eventually.
Sure. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
still kind of doing
Whatever, it works.
everybody's stories going at the same time. So hold on. Still, I got notes all over the place.
Your time shall come, Wyvash, soon enough.
Oh yeah.
Well, luckily for me, I've got some brand new fire-resistant splint armor, so when I inevitably fail my roll, it won't be too bad.
Does that help when the fire's on the inside?
Yeah, that was my question. How does that function? DM, we need an answer.
Is
Nope.
Garrett
If
awake?
it-
I know he's in chat, but I have not heard him tonight.
I heard him at least once.
I've only heard him when he was explaining jumping.
He's very in character. He's just not here.
Yeah.
He's on the ship.
Flint's napping on the ship. There it is. Okay. So. Okay. Nope. Wrong button. What did I just type? Sorry, I've got a laptop in front of my keyboard, and so I end up accidentally using the wrong one every time. Okay, so coming back to Blaskin and Wivosh, you have donned your new fun armor. Oh, there's Garrett.
We were talking about you a second ago.
He's responding in meme.
We don't speak that language here.
Lies.
I didn't realize that was an option in this game.
It's not.
You. So you've gone ahead and donned the new armor. Checked it in the mirror. Pretty happy with the look. You notice so the standard patina of the metal on the scales has been etched a little bit, so it's darker. And then when it catches the light, you do notice there's kind of like a red orange like highlight to it due to the enchantment.
Neat.
And then you both make your way back out. Those are some fun words. Are those your passwords?
Some more adjectives for Blaskin.
Ah.
Okay. Ossified, torpid, zesty.
What? Wait. What went? What got boned? Is
The meat pie.
that oh. Ossify? Okay. Sorry. ADHD brain. So you guys are have just made your way out of the armory, and you're starting to head. You turn to head back down the same alley that you had to work through, and as you're moving forward, you hear behind you one voice shout, "Oh, there's the ones I was thinking of." Followed quickly by, "You're right. Neither of them are marked yet." And some heavy footfalls, just because this is still happening behind you. Nobody's turned around yet. Some heavy footfalls start to quickly approach from behind you. Give me a... Let's see. Let me do a quick coin flip. I should have done that in the actual... because I can't read that. Okay. Blaskin, give me a quick dexterity save.
I am not great at those, but I'm not terrible at those. So 10.
A large, kind of red-skinned, very meaty hand clamps down on your left shoulder and spins you around into the face of one fire giant with another quickly approaching behind. This one, the one that has you in a grip, has a big old eye patch over their right eye, and is starting to has the other hand like threateningly on their weapon. It just says, "Yeah, I bet we can get a lot for this one." So I'm gonna...
Guys, I'm scared. They're gonna scrap me.
Nice knowing you.
You guys have a reaction round, or you guys can take a reaction if you like. Otherwise, I might need you to roll initiative here. I guess. What's the response, Wabash or Blaskin? The other fire giant without an eye patch is quickly following up, kind of placing a bead on Wivosh there.
I don't really have a reaction economy.
No, I mean, outside of combat, just...
Oh. I will be hitting the giant scorpion button.
Okay. Oh, I did mean to follow up with something. In all of your investigation and small talk that you were making, Lucky, you did learn... This was like a fun fact about the city. It was like, because you guys had gotten into a little bit of a side chat or a thread about how, you know, it's the first time you've been here, and it's like there's a whole bunch of new things. One vendor did point out that because it's an airplane, it's a city in the plane of air, and there are so many different types of creatures here who can naturally fly, it's considered very uncouth and super rude to land on people's rooftops and walk around up there.
Nice. Hey, Havoc, thank you for the raid. Welcome.
So we've got If Blasket is going to try and turn into a scorpion, Wavash, are you taking any direct action to the sudden accosting of your buddy here?
Where is the second fire giant behind the first one?
Yes, they're quickly approaching. I would say they've got about 15 feet.
Hold up. Allow me to check something. Oh, that's right. It doesn't actually. I gotta go here. Okay, yeah, no, that's that'll work. They haven't. They're approaching Blaskin.
So Blaskin's already in the grip of the first one. The one that you can see with an eye patch on already has like their right hand has gripped around his left shoulder and spun him around to take a closer look.
Hey, Blaskin. Buddy.
Scott's listening.
How? What is it? It's Oh, that's right. You just said and then proved that you're not the greatest at dexterity.
I made it clear. I knew where my lesson. I know where I stand at.
Well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to make another dexterity roll.
Hey, thank you all for the follows.
Seeing these two, well, one of them grab Blaskin and the other one approaching, Wavash is just going to use his lightning breath. Line them up and zap them.
Okay, hey, roll me percentile die real fast. Okay. Super low would have been bad. I was just trying to take into account, like, you didn't even check if there were more people in the line of fire in the background.
Oh, well.
Here, let me give you guys a better visual. Nope, that's the wrong button. Where is that just completely masked for you guys?
Completely masked.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I should do this one, right? Most of it's calculated. I bet if I drop you on, it should be fine. So Blaskin and Wavash isn't even on the map yet. Is it better to drag from... Okay, that is not part of Combat Tracker. It's Derek, there's Elite Warrior. I should clean that up. Is it still better to drag from...
Do you want everybody or just a few people? Because you can drag the little green helmet at the bottom. That drags all friendlies.
Well, so right now it's just Wavash and Blaskin.
I will need to be on there for stream to see. Unless you've got unless you've got it checked off to share party vision.
Ooh, where's that setting?
I don't have the...
Oh, is that that's game setting? Share party vision?
It's in options, yes, but I don't have that on my end to tell you where it's at.
Gotcha. Token, house rules, combat, game. Okay, let's see. Desktop, show PCs, parties, show inventory, show characters. No. Combat. Yeah, okay, that's not in there. So, sure. I'll just add everybody. Wait. So, there's a green helmet at the bottom of the combat tracker. Is there a green helmet in the image UI?
No, the combat tracker, if you left click and hold that green helmet on the combat tracker and drag it to the map, that will pull all friendly targets to the map.
Okay, so...
Same thing for enemies. Like if you had it loaded up with enemies, but you hadn't already placed them, you could drag all the... Okay, now I see me, but I just see my token.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys are kind of... You're technically off the map right now. So if I drag, see, Blaskin, put you. What the? I can't. Oh, is it doing the thing where you can't drag through a wall? Oh, I see. So, Blaskin, do you see the alleyway that you're in now, based on line of sight?
My screen is completely black.
Still?
Yeah, it's all like it's got to be a visibility thing.
Oh,
I
darn.
see
Is
my
it-
icon, and that's all I see. I see one here. Well, I still have it. I'll send you guys a screenshot.
No, it's fine. It's because the Dungeon Alchemist bakes in all of the line of sight wall calculators, but
Right. You may have
I
you
don't
have to
know
either
if it
give
immediately-
us a light source if we don't have infravision or something like that, or you've got to you may have to turn off the visibility settings or the light settings.
Okay, so lighting's disabled, but line of sight is enabled. Did that help?
It's still black for me.
Okay, then there's a player vision preview mode.
That should be
that
what
helps.
you see. So you see what we see, or what we
Right.
should see.
Okay, so then enable disable lighting. All right, I give up. Never mind. We're just not going to do lighting or line of sight stuff. That's fine. Then I can just go back into mask and start to highlight what you guys can see. So you should get all of that.
I see a tiny little line. Maybe a door.
Now I can see everything.
I can see clearly now that Blaskin's gone.
There, I opened the door. Now I can see.
I've been kidnapped by the fire.
Well,
Jet.
look,
Bring the
it's
Nick.
because it's doing line because you're still off the map. Like, what do I? Okay,
Right, but I need
here.
to be on there so that the stream can see. You can just have me like put me invisible or something, but it's like
Yeah.
if you want the
Okay.
there we go.
Hooray! You can see the alleyway. Yeah, that's tricky, man. We'll have to do some testing on
Yeah.
how to get that to work. Fair enough, though, because I know it's a lot easier when you're the GM. And then your new friends. Let me find them. Tracker.
Blaskin is as bad as making friends as I am, apparently.
I mean, you were out there jumping around the roofs like a discount Batman. I was just living my life.
Discount Batman. Jeez.
Doesn't even matter
Uh,
that you said discount. The fact that you still said Batman means that you recognize that I am the knight.
You're a dollar store Jason Todd.
Batman from Wish.
I'm still hearing Batman.
Okay, so number 11 has got Blaskin by the shoulder. 20 is coming in. So Wavash, you are just deciding to do a lightning breath.
Oh my god, they're huge. Yes.
Giant.
All right, I'm going to give you that one, and then we'll do initiative roll.
Oh, I guess technically, I mean, they have to make a Dex saving. Can I
So if you
actually just-
target them, you can force the save from your spell. And I guess, yeah, based on how wide is it? 5 feet?
Yeah, 5 feet.
Well, if you're to the side of Blaskin, so I think he's technically out of range based on where you're casting from.
A.
Hey, look at that! You don't even have to make the Dex flow.
A.
I just gotta get this huge ass map out of my way. All right, there we go. I'm not sure I actually have that under actions. I just have it under traits.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Because it should basically... Wow, you have almost nothing under your actions. What's going on with your character sheet?
I got all my weapons. I don't really have.
Yep, that's it. Okay, no,
That's
that's
about
fine.
it.
Because you don't do any of the fighter like funky
Your character's
things.
actually dead, and you just don't know it yet.
Oh no! I was a ghost the whole time.
Breath weapon. Let's see the details
Easy,
there.
dead
I think it's basically lightning, right?
It is lightning.
8 plus your con modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Yeah, we're gonna have to draft something up there. Okay, so 8 plus your con plus your proficiency
Should be 16 because both of those
Okay.
are 4.
All right, then I'll just grab one of them and. You said this was a con save, right? No, Dex. Dex save. All right. So 11. That's a nat 20.
Oh. He's
And
Saving in this alley. Where is he dodging to?
well, it's not that wide, to be fair. 5 feet for him is like whoop. But the other one fails. So the one in the back takes. What's the damage?
It's 3d6 halved if they succeed.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and roll the 3d6, and
Hey, wait a
then
minute.
I'll just apply the damage. Because the front one still took half of it.
Wow.
That's a lot of ones.
That's a lot of ones.
Hold on, but something stuck in my throat.
Wow.
I was. Oh, I mean,
Your average is 9.
so I was gonna do a fun sound, but I guess it's.
Yeah.
Give him a little static shock, I guess.
It's okay. I've got a different one in case you actually hit hard.
Well, I
Okay,
only
so
get one of those
that's-
per what? I think it's short rest. It might be long rest.
Okay, so 20 takes 5.
Take that.
I think you can see a little bit of the damage taken. Nope, wait, I've got the dots, not the bars. Never mind, you won't notice. And I think we're doing rounded up, so the other one's going to take 3. And with that, I need you and Blaskin to roll initiative. Let's see. Gumbo, give me a perception check with advantage.
Sure. That's a big 20.
You heard the breath weapon go off.
You know, I rolled low, so the guy that succeeded on his check, he resisted less damage. That's what I'm going for.
Fair. You know what? He had to burn that resistance.
Yeah,
He's just
exactly.
not gonna get that
That's
again.
my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hold on. I need to delete a couple things in the combat tracker. They're old news.
We're here for the new news.
Okay, those are our active. I'll delete that one too. So we got Blaskin's initiative, got Fire Giants already came in with initiative. So top of the round here, we're gonna say I'm gonna set a timer for something. Just for the sake of not having to do it later, go ahead and roll me initiative, Gumbo. You're just
Okay.
you're not in the fray right now.
We'll begin scampering towards the sound of violence.
I am attracted to the sound of violence.
There were also, to be fair, there were also some screams after the aggressive static shock went across the alleyway. For reference, I don't know, you can see it, right? The doors. Oh no, we're not using line of sight. It's fine. To the left of both of you is the actual like blacksmith building you were in earlier. Okay. At the top is Blaskin.
Scorpion.
Scorpo Blast.
Right. So now I got to go find that again.
There you go. I got it right here. I actually got him on my bar. Oh, never mind. It's labeled as new personality. Apparently, I'm getting more. I'm getting more of those. Apparently, they all say new personality.
I wonder if that's something to do with like one of the updates that happened over the last little bit.
Oh, I would have had this ready to go, but apparently not.
Okay, so we were using what, Giant Scorpion, right?
Yeah.
So I can do a quick NPC search for that. I've got everything unlocked. Is it possibly because you don't have the library? No, Giant Scorpion should be base. Yeah, it's a monster manual. So we're gonna drag one of those into Combat Tracker. You get all the stats of a Giant Scorpion, correct? Except you've got some fun stuff with your element.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But as far as
these guys are fire, so I didn't even think about that. I will be an ice scorpion.
what was the thing that lets you pick the element of your animal?
That is my subclass.
Okay, so you're gonna have to help me with like the damage rolls, I guess.
I mean, we always do anyway. It's fine.
Okay, so here's your big G. It's gonna replace you. So I'm just gonna make Blaskin invisible. I can't make Blaskin invisible. Oh, right, because I have to make you like neutral or something. There we go. So I'm gonna just put you there.
Oh, sorry, cold element, not ice. Whatever.
I was feeling what you were putting down. Picking up what you were putting down. Sorry. So that is that a bonus or a full action?
That is a bonus for me, so I still have my full action.
Right on. So yeah, he obviously loses the grip on you as your shoulder just kind of melts into your form as you reconstruct into Scorpo Blask there.
With frozen metal plating, very spooky.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna poke out his eye with my first scorpion attack.
Okay. Do you need the animal sheet for your actions?
I do, because the ones I have aren't. I have 3 of them, and one for giant vulture, hilariously. And none of them are the giant scorpion anymore.
Okay. So if I drop this on there, do you get?
I have it.
Okay.
Is that the giant scorpion that is currently on the field? So nope, I can't target because he's not mine. So we're just gonna have to do this. Can you target the giant?
I can't.
God, I'm gonna teach you my strat for what I do on Tuesdays with my druid. So much easier.
So I've got it selected now, and then if I target 11, yep, targeting works.
Okay. First melee attack. Does a 16 hit?
16. You know what? Let me get their sheet up just so I don't have to keep going back and forth. AC. No.
All right, second attack.
First one misses.
I
Mhm.
have a feeling that one's not gonna hit either.
Give me a give me a percentile dice.
$29?
Okay. I gave you a 25 or above would miss hitting Wavosh. So that was close.
And a sting.
Yep.
Well, you're on your own, Wybosh.
Womp.
I did absolutely no damage.
We're not doing too hot right now, are we? Did
All
a
right, so
grand
after-
total
Grand total.
grand total of 8 damage.
Yep. And there's a little bit of an awning in the background that's got singed on the edge. So you've also done some property damage.
No. Well, at least I've ruined someone's day.
Mine.
Okay, so the the one in the front, who's up next, is going to take. She's going to take a single greatsword attack at you here. So just unsheathes this massive thing from his back. Comes straight down on top. So let me make sure I've got the right thing targeted. Don't target Blaskin, target the giant scorpion. And then that's a 26.
Ouch. Yep, that's gonna hit.
That's a lot of ones. So and so with that one hit landing, he's just gonna stop putting up a fight. We need to get good money for you. And that's gonna be that. Gumbo, you're not there yet, but you are. Let's see. You're trying to make your way as fast as you can to them. So how are you trying to do that faster than, or how are you trying to get there as fast as you can?
I know what direction it's from, right?
Yes.
Do I know about how far?
Give me either a perception check or a general intelligence.
Okay. I'll go.
Or if you think you can use another skill, convince me.
I'm just gonna go perception.
Okay.
9.
The question was how far away, correct?
Yes.
Well, you can still hear some like scrambling and like some pots clattering and crashing. You know that it's more than 100 feet.
I'm gonna cast Fly on myself to give myself a movement speed of 60 feet.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna like board over as fast as I can.
Okay. So that's gonna fly as your action.
Yep.
And then your movement at 60.
So it'll take me probably 2 or 3 rounds to get there. If it's more than 100.
So in this round, you can get
60.
Yeah, but you also
Next
gotta get
round I can go 120.
Right. But I'm taking into account you're starting from the ground, so you can't go 60 straight through the buildings, even though you're flying. Although that would be kind of cool. Like you pick specific windows, like Trinity from the Matrix. Okay. Good to know. You are now flying. I'm going to say that puts you about 20 feet in the air at the end of that round. Will's not here. Wavash, it's back to you.
All right. Well, time to use a little bit less lightning and a little bit more bashing their shins open.
That's how I like it.
Go for the shins, boo.
Okay, I already got him targeted. Cool.
Yeah. He's a... Wait, which one? No, if you're going melee, the one in front of you is 11.
Why is... Okay.
But you had them both targeted, and I think you were trying to turn off one. There you go.
Got the right one targeted. Battle axe. That ain't gonna do it. Oh, it is gonna
That's a
do
hit.
it.
That's a hit.
I have
that is
plus 9.
That is just a hit.
Do something.
These guys are decked.
Where's your... You're not a battle master?
Solid crunch.
Bonus action offhand with the Morning Star.
Don't you also have whatever multi-attack?
I do.
You always do your bonus attack first, and it's weird to me.
I mean, does it matter? Is it better just to?
You might want that bonus for something else, and maybe the situation changes when you actually use your regular attack first.
I suppose that's fair. All right, I'll use my second attack.
The
My
holding
lawyer,
holding its ankle and just listening to you two bicker to each other.
my lawyer is advising me to use my other normal attack first.
You can use your bonus attack for a lot of other things. Your action, that's for attacking. It does one thing on a fire.
Well, that's not going to do it.
All right, now poke him.
All right, I will bonus action offhand.
That's a hit.
Well, I'm rolling good damage on my die if I can hit.
That's you just what like. So that was an additional 12 and 12. 24 versus the initial damage of 8. So the math is looking good.
Let's see, that was my 2 attacks, my bonus action. I think that's...
You have movement.
I have movement, but I'm gonna stand strong with my giant scorpion buddy.
Yeah, that other one can't even get close to us. He can't. He can't get through the alley.
Let's see. Speed 30 feet. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nope. And then gonna use his action to dash because breaking through some of these like wooden supports and boxes is slowing him down, so it's a little rough terrain. So I'm going to say after that, let's see, 5, 10, 15. It's probably good enough. Use his action, which means he can't. Okay. And, oh, you know what? Sorry. I meant to change this just a little bit. Their AC was too high because they're not actually decked the way like a standard fire giant is. So let me do a quick. Okay, I apologize. I didn't have that on the right way. Getting like being in their face, they look a little more slapdash. These aren't like members of any kind of regimented army or. Like they aren't festooned in this super heavy plate mail. It's more patchwork pieces. They're a little more lithe and able to move around. You've noticed that there's like a net and a set of manacles on their hip and a can of spray mace. I don't want to say they're Dog the Bounty Hunter, but anyway. So he's used all of his actions, or his movement, his action to get there. Not good bonus economy, so that is the end of round 1 in that. What? Oh, I need to delete this guy. He should not be on the map or still in combat. Lucky is voyeuristically enjoying the combat. Actually, Lucky, you were out still looking for a bookstore, right?
It was just food and books, yes.
Okay, so this wasn't too far off from like the. Oh yeah, because you guys were while I was AFK, you and Gumbo were trading or having sausage experiences. Well, okay.
Hellhound
Phrasing.
That you know what? You're welcome, internet.
We're having a sausage party.
I'm not going to go into how she enjoyed it more than you did.
Not the shitty Seth Rogen movie.
No. I'm sorry, that just came out all wrong. Anyway, you should be within kind of a similar earshot. So can I get a? I want to retcon this a little bit. Can I get a bit of a perception check from you?
Only a bit of one because I'm not proficient.
Fair enough. You know, just a pinch. That's still high enough that you, similar to Gumbo, you would have caught the sound of like the electric breath weapon going off and the subsequent screams that were in the alleyway. So you've got a general bearing on where you heard that from. And since Gumbo rolled high enough on her initiative, I'm going to say that you would have also seen her take off into the air. So if there's anything you want to do in response,
And what are that?
you can go ahead and do that.
Commotion's all about. I gotta go back to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh no!
I'll assume that that's over with and something's trouble is happening of some kind. And Gumbo, I'll run after to see what she's doing.
Okay, so she go ahead and give me an initiative roll, just so we've got it in the deck, and I can keep you guys in like turn order for what's happening as far as like general turns. Okay, so then the only other thing I would need to know is so she already spent her action and her movement to cast fly and take off in the direction of where the sound was. So you've still got action movement bonus. You're
I'm
not
just gonna-
in the fray.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on for sure, but I'm just gonna do double move, so I've got 50 foot of movement. Because I only moved
Okay.
25.
Okay. Fair enough.
So
All right.
however far that can get me in a crowded area.
Yep. Good to know. So Voss just did his thing. A fire giant did his thing. Apples and Flint aren't here. So that's back around. So we're now round 2. Blaskin.
I'm doing the same thing. Oh. That misses. Oh. That misses.
Oh, buddy.
Oh. That misses. Same thing. Like I said.
Oh, you're just flailing in this guy's face. Oof.
That's my turn.
Okay. Let me double check what this action is. Is it ranged only?
Should have done a heat metal, my man. No, he's a fire giant, never mind.
Yeah.
The bonus.
Extra realization.
Should have cast friends.
All right, he's just gonna go all in. We're getting multi-attack on you. It's like, nah, we'll knock them out now and hand it out later, or figure it out later. So, got the right. Yep, Giant Scorpion first. Oh lord, that was almost a 20. That's a lot less ones.
Oh, I fall out of wild shape.
Okay. You are back to yourself. Giant Scorpion, I can delete. He's gonna make the second one at disadvantage because suddenly your shape has changed considerably. Oh, and he needs to target you. He's still not targeting you. Why is that not? There. Did I make you target you? Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Blaskin punch.
He hurt himself in his confusion. In the DM's confusion. All right. Wow, that was almost another 19. Okay, the second one goes wide because he was still aiming for like the larger scorpion body. No bonus, and yeah, I think still just trying to clamp things down. Okay, Gumbo, you have
Is
you've got your movement action bonus. I'm gonna say, give me a. What's your passive?
not great. It's a 10.
Not great. Okay, yeah, give me a. What's Devil's Sight do?
It's just better dark vision,
Oh, okay.
and I can see through magical darkness.
Fun. That's not going to apply here. Yeah, give me a quick perception check.
Oh boy, here we go.
Because you already determined you're using your movement to get there, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's high enough. So you catch sight of the ginger-haired fire giants causing a ruckus, and towards the end of your actual movement, you can spot them. I'm gonna put you. Oh man, I can't. I want to put you in the air, but to actually be able to see them, and the walls are gonna say no, you can't. So I think it's Control and roll. No, Alt, because you're still 20 feet in the air. Line of sight's
What
still
do you
not
want
working.
to do?
You
I'm
just
just
take me
trying to
over
let
here,
her
and we can
see. Yeah, fair enough.
just take me over
Ooh,
there. We can say I'm on a roof.
It's not letting
Let me
up.
in.
Is it because you're up high? Oh my! What the hell?
It's probably
It won't let
because
me
that's
move.
the edge of the map, so it just made that a wall.
But that's how I moved everybody else in, and there wasn't a wall.
It's an anti-warlock wall. Anything with a pact can't get through.
Can she move into it and then you approve it?
Hold on. How do I interact with doors?
Would you say
Click it.
the way it wore
Oh man, that's not a door.
It's a window.
How are you? How are you
Just keep ramming me in there. Halfway through.
There
Wait,
is no
leave
wall
her right
here.
there. Can,
No, you can leave it
she-
there.
Can you move your
I
token
can-
forward so he can approve a move?
Oh my god, it won't let you
I
in.
don't. Okay, I don't
So
need to be
like
past here.
9?
I can do everything I need to do from right here.
What is going on? How did I get Blaskin and Wavash in there?
You probably drug them into the middle of the map, not the outside.
Well, no, so they started where everyone else was, and I had to let me see if I can move Will. Nope. So it used to work. I don't know what changed.
The 2% rule. You got to be 2% smarter than what you're working with.
Apparently. Where's like wall mode? I don't know.
Who's a really smart rock guy?
Yeah, even if I look at line of sight, there is no wall on the bottom. Sorry. Wow, this is really lame. Gumbo, what was you? So you're 20 feet in the air, and we'll say you're right at the edge of the alleyway there. What did you want to do?
Hi. So we're gonna do. Okay, first of all, my good buddies, are being jumped by two ginormous men.
Ruffian.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Force.
Oh, this has never happened before. Oh wow, everyone on stream missed that one too.
Guys, this way! Run! So the wall is let's say 30 foot high. How many squares do I have? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, the wall is 20 foot high.
Mm-hmm.
This might be slightly taller than that.
They just
It'll slow him down. It'll slow him down.
Is this like watching an adult climb over a baby gate?
I don't think they're that tall. Hold on, let me see their stat sheet real quick. I've got too many windows open. Lavash, I can close yours. I think it's over here. Yeah, fire giant. Okay. Size. Huge.
Oh, that's bigger than large.
Yep.
Okay. if I do it like this, where there's a 5-foot gap on this side and on the other side, I can do 10 squares. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can do 30 foot high if I leave some room at the edges.
Okay, I'm having to. So I can't quite tell which. So is that? Are you basically identifying from the midpoint of each square? Like right now, that 10-foot marker that you made, I'm interpreting to be covering 3 squares. Is that correct?
I am starting at midpoints of squares. It should be 2 squares.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting at midpoints. That's why it looks a little off. If I move it like this, you can tell it's only 2 squares. But it's here.
I see. Fudgy square math. Especially when you're fighting larger things.
I only like fudgy square math when I'm cutting
You
brownies.
like my fudgy square math. You like it. It's good.
No, I like it with brownies.
Well, according to what you've done now, you're cutting off part of Blaskin.
I don't need that pinky.
It's just a little corner. He'll be fine.
He's a little goofball.
A little goofball. It gently pushes people out of the way, depending on where their center mass is.
Just imagine gently.
It says so in this spell.
Fire giant. He's like,
Oh, okay, maybe it's 25 foot high. It works. It's fine. I did the math. I ran the numbers. Trust me, bro.
Okay.
Fudgy math.
Okay. Do we happen to know really fast how tall a huge creature is? Wow.
Roughly 18 feet.
16 to 32.
I got 15 to 20.
According to Roll20, the size compendium, it has a category that says 15 by 15.
Well,
So,
that makes sense with the squares that they're showing on the map.
Yeah. But
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's true, then your 25-foot high wall is going to be more than enough. Is there something
Excellent.
happening over on the left here as well with that third 20-foot marker?
No. That was just to say there's like, that's all my pointers. It's fine. There's a wall there. I was just showing there's a gap there. So they're not touching the walls.
Got it. Oh, you're putting it back. Okay. I was just about to start drawing.
This is my turn.
Uh-huh.
My concentration on fly does drop, so I'm gonna hover gently to the ground before I cast that.
Okay, I was just about to... I'm just imagining you automatically like switching and casting in the air, and then and they drop. Wow, you and the wall of force. There's some stories there. Lucky,
spell, bro.
are you just hoofing it again?
Yeah.
Okay, you're still on the way at that pace.
I
Uvash,
don't really have much I can do.
Fair enough. Uvash, you are now... Well, you've seen these walls before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
were there. She used them in the...
No, he was not.
He wasn't there.
Damn, he wasn't... Oh.
He's the only one that missed GrimCon.
Your character has seen them.
Aww. Okay.
I actually stopped myself, Brandon. I was like, oh, I could say it. I'm just going to let Brandon waltz into this one.
Okay. When your crew, which you have been with for some time now, was breaking into a vault, there was a final combat, and Gumbo used this same spell to build magna blocks out of force walls, and like she can basically make walls or cages. So this is an impenetrable wall of force like an aquarium wall has just gone up between you and Fire Giant 11 there.
How am I supposed to smack?
You're getting beat the hell up. There's two of you. Come back here.
I'm
I'm in full health.
You're not going to be for long.
I like how both of us technically undamaged.
Like that one Fire Giant just completely tore through 67 hit
round.
points of Scorpion.
I have another 67 hit points of Scorpion in the bag, okay?
Okay, so we'll live 3 rounds. Great.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm arguing with Brandon now.
All right, fine. I guess I can't get through, right? Because all right.
There are gaps at either side that you could fit through, but they couldn't.
We go around the side and fight.
You can go around it if you want to, but please don't.
I mean, how much movement is that? Like 5, 10, 50? You could do it and then get back.
Could get a cheeky little hit. If you really wanted to.
Fine, I'll walk back.
It's the slow, grumpy walk.
Ruining my fun, why don't you? I was doing perfectly well doing 5 damage with my character's character's racial feature. Thank you very much.
I was not.
And then 24 with weapons. Okay, why can't I approve it? What is happening here? Am I in the wrong mode? Why can't I just click yes? Okay, there we go. He kicks over some pots on his way.
Yeah.
Stupid force fall. So that was your movement. You still have an action bonus.
I couldn't they're just completely impenetrable, right? I couldn't throw a hand axe at him and out of spite
Right.
more than anything.
So they are non-permeable walls of force.
Well, in that case, I can't really do anything.
I guess I would need to scour Gumbo's character sheet to find out if there was a weakness.
Scour Gumbo's character sheet for weaknesses
Yep.
that you can exploit.
There are none there.
I guess I'll use my bonus action to dash.
Oh, you didn't want to use Wall of Fire?
Well, screw you.
Can't believe you didn't want to use Wall of Friends.
Stop looking at my inventory. Get out of my head!
I need to read the spell. There's horizontal or vertical, You can float, yes, yep. Ooh, neat. Yep. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled.
Can they metaphysically pass through the wall?
No.
Oh, all right.
Okay, good to know. There are ways to destroy it.
Every creature we run into is going to start having disintegrate, just for me.
Just like somebody flooded the market with a bunch of scrolls. My copy machine just wouldn't stop. What am I going to do with all this? No. Okay, so movement and then action to dash. Is that good for you, Lavash?
That's good for
No.
me.
All right, 20.
And if you really want to fight, I can take the wall down.
You know what? I really want to fight. Just now that I'm back here.
So Giant 20 is going to reach up to the wall to his side. He's got enough arm span to grab a 20-foot tall building. And he's going to make an athletics check to see if he can vault around the corner here.
Oh.
So that is... Oh, Lord. No. No. Okay, so
Did you roll
they have
a 1?
They have a plus 11 to athletics, and I rolled a 1. So you see him very confidently, like, grab it with his left hand. He's got the sword still ready because he's just gonna swing over, and like he puts a boot up to like give like himself an extra parkour like send off, and it completely slips, and he just like smacks his face into the corner of the force wall and falls down.
I very politely try not to laugh.
And then spends the rest of his actions getting back up onto his feet, looking
Being
around,
ashamed.
glowering at everybody. to
Nobody,
see
nobody
who's
saw that, right?
looking.
Nobody saw that.
Oh my god. All right, Blaskin, back to you. Nope. Sorry. All right, that is a dash back down the alley. From where you started, by the way, you did hear there's the sound, or starting to be the sound of some more focused movement in the north end of the alleyway, and a couple voices shouting. So there's some kind of like organized response going on to the chaos. But that brings you down to the. What's that?
That sounds like a them problem now.
Uh-huh.
I'll turn around as I run away and go, "We could have been friends."
Okay, so that's the end of. So that brings you down to the end of the alleyway. 50 is your movement only 25?
No,
Or do you have 30? Okay, so that effectively. I'm going to say with you guys both this far, because I know, Wavash, you cut your movement short too. And with the walls still being up, I'm going to give 11 one more chance to try and get around it. Otherwise, this is going to be kind of like an effective break with the other noise coming from the other side as well. So let's do one more. He laughs at the guy who's just picked himself up. No, it's like this. And
If only Lucky was here with that one.
Well, I'm not there, and I use my one. And you wasted it.
High five for not being there, Lucky.
Oh. No, that's still not high enough, though. He doesn't fall flat on his face. He's just realizing, oh, no,
That's why these guys were kicked out of the Fire Giants Club.
maybe it takes a little more effort.
Wavash, I need you to pick me up. I can't run very fast.
So yeah, they're still stuck on the other side, and you do see like right around the corner on the, or coming around like a further corner past what's on the map. You do start to see some of the city guard responding to the chaos that's going on. So there's like an air elemental, 2 Jinn, and a few Aarakocra are making their way down. But yeah, you guys effectively break out of the immediate combat and are kind of back in what's called a non-combat peaceful state. But I would, let's see, give me like one more round's worth of how are you guys getting out of there. Lucky, your path that you were still taking, you see them break around the corner and come out of the alley.
Hey, what's going on?
Fire giants.
Fire Giants.
What? I kind of peek around the corner. I've probably never seen one, so I want to see what they look like.
Oh, we gotta go.
I think they tried to botnet me.
Peek around the corner, say, "Oh, yep, I understand," and turn around and start running with the group.
They smacked the scorpion right out of Blaskin.
Oh my god.
Oh, the triggered animal is gone.
Oh. Wavash, I'm going to give you inspiration for that one. Do remember that you have those, guys, just in case you need rerolls.
I never remember I have that. I have one right now. I could have rerolled any of those attacks I had earlier.
I have put the check mark in the inspiration box. Whether or not I will remember it is another story entirely.
I didn't. That's where mine is too. I didn't remember.
I've got one too. I never remember it.
All right. Well, if Gumbo is asking Wavash to pick them up, Wavash we'll do a like a piggyback situation.
Thank you.
Okay, fair enough. You guys make a break back out into the central market area. Very easy to blend in with the rest of the crowd there. It seemed the chaos and the fleeing was very limited to that corner that you guys were in. I want to do one more thing here because I know we're already running up at 4 a.m. Will, are you still awake? Nick?
He's passed out.
Yep. Nope, I'm here.
Okay. I need... So you landed behind the cart.
Yep.
They didn't notice you, and you cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yes.
So what's your next move here?
So
The
they
cart
didn't.
is not only very well within sight, it's also within like movement range.
So what can you describe? Like, is the cart covered? Like, what does the cart look like?
It is it's a very utilitarian. Two handles on the front that the djinn are one on each side. Two wheels on the back. Kind of a rectangular structure. Open, low walls. It's just there's some purple insignias and banding around the sides, and then there are two massive crates side by side. One of which has like the broken, damaged corner.
How high off the ground is this cart? How much clearance is there?
I'd say like the tailgate's like 3 feet max.
Would it fit a person holding onto it underneath?
You're skinny enough.
Okay, there was only a 25% chance Will decided to do that.
Oh, wait. So, oh no, we didn't get it either way. It was either going to be below 25 or above 75.
Yeah. So I am going to
Hey, Saturday, thanks for the sub, brother.
is there any traffic on these roads, or is it basically just these guys right now?
It's a little bit quieter than what was on the previous ring that the inner ring that you guys were on. There's less general bustle because this is like you're kind of up against the outer wall of the city in this area. They aren't the only ones. There's like there's somebody like cleaning off a rug that's they've come out their back door and they're kind of hitting that with a racket or whatever the Renaissance version of cleaning your carpets was. Maybe they're just shaking it out. I don't know. There's all those random chores that could take you like 4 hours. And then like another group of two random, city folk just chatting, but I wouldn't say it's desolate and it's just this cart, but it is a very sparsely populated
Right.
alleyway, which is both good and bad.
All right. I am going to. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay off the rooftops now because I have a feeling that they might be looking for me. And I'm going to stick to the road. I'm going to just do the typical, like, stay, 60 feet behind and just, like, move up behind. Just kind of follow it from a distance. And shit, is Pass Without Trace, is that concentration? It is. I guess I was under the impression there were more people, which is why I was going to do Pass Without a Trace. It was going to kind of help me hide amongst the people. But if there's not a lot of people,
well, it doesn't necessarily have to be based on the crowd. Pass Without a Trace is just using your environment to be less conspicuous.
Yeah.
So whether that could include. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I was just thinking like can't be tracked. Like part of it was going to be can't be tracked except by magical means. Now that I read it again, I don't think that's really what I wanted to do. I might end up just wasting a spell slot. You might not let me retcon that, but I would like to change instead of using Pass Without Trace. If you'll allow me, I would like to use Hunter's Mark instead, and I will mark one of the guys pulling the cart. It's up to an hour, and I get advantage on Wisdom Perception and Wisdom Survival checks to find the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to use that to help me continue to follow it through the streets.
Oh wow, the spell on your action tab has no content.
Yeah, you got to go to the actually spells level 1, not the one under ranger spells.
Ah,
I don't know why there's 2.
Mystically mark it. So this doesn't say anything about the mark knowing that they're marked.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I don't think they know that they're marked by Hunter's Mark.
The guy that left him is like, "Hey Joe, there's a big old target above your head."
Yeah, why are you glowing?
It's just like it's bouncing and rotating.
It's like in Baldur's Gate 3, you get this big floating icon above their head. So yeah, hopefully that will help me keep up with them. But I'm going to take my hunt to the streets, and I'm just going to keep following them. That's what I do.
Okay. Sure. So we're gonna say you've got Hunter's Mark on the left porter, and then the other question is, do you go back around the corner to the people that were just like being alerted to you, or do you continue to follow in the direction of the cart as subtly as you can?
Yes, I follow the cart as subtly as I can. I am not.
That is an example of asking a leading question.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not going back to those people.
Fair enough. Give me one last stealth check, and I think then we will call it there.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. We'll just say that you're able to keep pace with that cart at more of a distance now because you have an easier time locating it, and the group behind you, because of your stealth roll, does not identify you in the back alley because they were looking on the roofs for a while, and by the time they start spreading out to the search, you've stayed quiet and kind of moved out of the area. So we will follow up with the destination of that cart that you're tracking, the report that comes back to Lucky from Apple's the familiar, and the other results of the various fire resistances or lack of resistances internally with the rest of the group when we meet up next week.
Sounds good.
You assume we meet next week, Brandon.
I am going nowhere next week. Nobody's coming here. I'm not going anywhere.
You
Okay.
immediately, right
We'll see
now,
about
you
that.
find a piece of wood and you knock on it.
Actual wood.
You
Yeah.
said wood.
On that faux wood.
Huh.
Knocking on my table.
Find a go to your wall and find a stud. Knock on it.
Well, thank you for running, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who hung out. Appreciate the raids, the follows, the subs. Very, very much appreciated. If you want to check out any of the replays or any of the other campaigns we've got going on, you can do so on YouTube and Rumble. Anybody wants to follow on X/Twitter, I try to post when we're doing stuff on there as well. And I will find us someone to raid if you want to hang out through the credits. And have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Night.
Good night, Internet.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Bye.